Welcome to the first episode of the South African Rap with Thando, where I wrap up what happened in South Africa during the past week. Today, I have serious news, entertainment news, politics, and more. Of course, we cannot have an episode without speaking about COVID because COVID has become such a part of our lives. So relax as I give you highlights on what happened in South Africa last week. I will start with what a lot of people have been talking about, which is Somizi Mhlongo. If you're South African or if you live in Southern Africa, you probably know who Somizi is. Somizi is a South African actor, choreographer, and media personality. Even though I think we know him more as a personality and as a radio host, he also hosts. He's a judge on Idols. An audio was leaked about 10 days ago of his husband or his estranged husband, Mohale, where he alleges that Somizi abused them both physically and psychologically. I listened to the audio and here's a summary of what I heard Mohale say. Mohale alleges that red flags appeared when they had only been dating for 3 weeks. And at that time, Mohale wanted to end things because Somizi was too controlling. Allegedly, Somizi took a knife, which I think was on the kitchen counter, and told Mohale that if Mohale left, he, Somizi, would kill them both. As if that was not enough, in 2018, they allegedly had a fight at the Idols finale. While Mohale was driving away, Somizi drove after him and then hit Mohale's car with his car to try to hit him off the road. Mohale was driving an Audi and Somizi was driving a G-Wagon. And according to Mohale, the day that Somizi hit him, this is what happened because he also alleges that Somizi hit him. Mohale had quit his job and he got an influencer campaign with NSFAS. He had to go to Durban for this, and Somizi didn't want him to go. So Mohale lied and said he was going to Durban for something else. This happened in 2018. On that day, on the day that Mohale was supposed to fly to Durban, he told him the truth and they fought. It was a disagreement, not a physical fight. But when he came back from Durban, that is when Somizi beat him. That's allegedly. So the gist of the story is Somizi was abusive physically and mentally. He was also jealous and controlling, telling him to not to talk to certain people and having his friend tell the Fergusons to not hire Mohale. And allegedly, the Fergusons stopped speaking to him after that. Stopped speaking to Mohale. This is according to the estranged husband, obviously, Mohale. After the audio was released, they both released media statements. The first one was by Somizi. He posted a statement on his Instagram on the 6th of August. And the gist of what he said is that he never hit his husband. He never knowingly abused him emotionally. They did have a physical fight once where they beat each other up and hurt each other physically. That Mohale was not a victim in that situation. I'm not sure what he means. I'm not sure if he means that Somizi, was the victim or if he means that they were both at fault. He also states that he never tried to sabotage his career, his being Mohale's career, and that in fact he used his networks to help Mohale get work. There was also like a threat of legal action against Mohale, and I assume anyone else involved. And then Mohale released a media statement through Instagram as well on the 7th of August. And this is what he said in summary. Confirmed that they were going through a divorce, but that he never had intentions for the audio to be released. He says the audio is a conversation with one of the producers of living the dream with Somizi, which is Somizi's reality show. It was not supposed to be used or shared with the public, but was a private conversation with the producer, just giving a background of why he wanted things to be done a certain way. However, he says he was abused by Somizi both physically and emotionally. I guess it's up to each of us to decide what we believe and whether this is any of our business. Somizi has had real consequences, though. Following this leak, he's lost the following jobs. They said he took time off from being an idols judge, which just means he lost his job because they said in the statement it says that after it was a mutual thing, but I think the channel did not want to be associated with someone who's being accused of abuse. He's taking leave of absence from Metro FM, where he was hosting The Bridge with Dineo Ranaga between 9 a.m. and 12 noon. I think it's now been replaced with Lerato Khanyaho. So that's a second job that he lost. I think there are more jobs that he lost, or yeah, or endorsements that he lost. I'll be following the story, and I hope that it will be resolved amicably and that both Somizi and Mohale will be happy and find other people to spend their lives with. In Corona news, the nurse that vaccinated President Ramaphosa has lost her husband to COVID 19. Nurse Melanie Bennett's husband, Langley Bennett, died due to the virus on Monday, the 9th of August. He was only 45 years old. He left behind his wife Melanie and a young son Noah. According to the nicd.ac.za, here is what the statistics for the week ending 14 August look like. The website is the National Institute of Communicable Diseases website. The statistics are separated between private and public sector, and they are as follows. The private sector has tested 28,127 people, and the public sector has tested 32,083 people. The number of people vaccinated as at the 16th of August 2021 are 9,557,452, with Gauteng having the most number of people vaccinated. As at 16 August, there have been 2,613,569 confirmed cases of corona in South Africa, but the good news is the recovery rate is 96%. Let us stay safe because the numbers are rising. Wash your hands, social distance, and use your mask. Even though the recovery rate is very high, we still need to stay safe because even the doctors, I think, still do not understand this virus. We don't understand what makes other people die or go to hospital while whose bodies can just deal with this disease. So please stay safe. In politics, David Mabuza, our deputy president, is back from Russia, where he had gone for medical treatment. He has since made his first appearance at the Human Resource Development Council Summit, where he addressed the summit. His address was virtual. He was addressing the summit in his capacity as the chairperson of the organization. In his address, he touched on the COVID-19 pandemic and how it's disrupted our lives, especially economically. He also spoke about the unrest that happened in KZN and Gauteng. The summit itself took place over 3 days and was a hybrid summit, which means some people could attend physically and some online. And then, in some good news, a 7-meter juvenile humpback whale was caught in a fishing line. That is not the good news. The good news is it was successfully disentangled. Eyewitnesses reported seeing the whale trapped. And the good news is it's free swimming in the ocean now. The second of those good news, a family in Cape Town left a tip of 6,000 Rand for the staff of Simply Asia in Durbanville, Cape Town. Their bill was 453 Rand and they left a tip of 6,000 Rand. So they paid a total of 6,453 Rand. I think they decided they wanted to make a difference. This is just my thoughts because they wanted to remain anonymous. So instead of donating to charity, they wanted to give the money directly to the people they wanted to help. This worked out to be 500 Rand per staff member because the tip was the whole staff, everyone that was working on the day. Last but not least, Google turned 15 on Wednesday and shared South Africa's top searches over the past 15 years. And they were: number one search was where to stay. Number two was how to make money fast. I think I have Googled that once or twice. Third is how to make love. Fourth, what is love? Five is what is my IP? Six, how to make pancakes. I've never had to do that. I know I've known how to make pancakes since before we had Google. Number seven is how to download from YouTube. I've Googled that because there was a time when, I don't know, a few years ago, when YouTube did something where we couldn't download videos. So I've Googled that. Number eight is how to kiss. Number nine is how to lose weight. I've Googled that as well. And then number 10 is how to lose belly fat. I'm not sure if I've Googled that because I always assume that if I lose weight, the belly fat must go as well. So those were the 10 most Googled things in South Africa over the past 15 years of Google. This is it from me this week. It's a wrap. I will be back on Sunday, the 21st of August, with a wrap up of this week's news.